Hi, I'm Erfaren, and if there's one thing I'm really good at in Minecraft, it's dying. Oh gosh. Oh no. Ooh, no! If we want to run back up and see. So I figured, why not throw myself into Minecraft's most punishing mode and see what happens? Welcome to 24 Hours in Hardcore Minecraft, a new mini-series where I challenge myself to survive 24 real-life hours in Minecraft's hardest game mode. Having never played hardcore before, I'll be doing everything I can, not only to survive the first night, but to beat Minecraft itself. Hour 16, let's go. Well, welcome back to 24 Hours in Hardcore. My name is Sam, or Erfaren, whatever you want to call me. And last hour, we left ourselves in a cave. So we are now going to continue our work in trying to light up this cave and not die at the hands of mobs. That would have been unfortunate. But the reason we are down here, if you remember from the last hour, is that we are trying to light up this whole area to ensure that our mob spawner up top can have the best rates that it possibly can have. So we're trying to make sure that there aren't any spawnable areas down here that might cause mobs to not spawn up in our farm. So my job is to run around down here and try and light everything up that might even be remotely in the chunks that are loaded while we are standing near our mob farm, because I don't want to have to make an AFK platform that is like 100 blocks above it. So we are just going to work on lighting up the whole area around it. I think the hardest part about this piece is making sure that we actually have everything lit up the right way. Because as you can see, we found at least part of a abandoned mine shaft, but there's definitely more to it somewhere that we aren't seeing yet, which means that there's more places where mobs are spawning that we aren't seeing yet. So we just need to make sure that we are finding all of these little spots and lighting them up to give our farm the best shot at doing the best that it can. But as you can see, this cave just keeps going. It is such a large system that it really is imperative that we find all of these little corners that don't have light and get them lit up so that everything works well for us up top. Now, one of the downsides to doing this is that we are inviting mobs to spawn more frequently on the surface because we're taking away their ability to spawn underground. But once again, I'd rather have that and then light up the surface than not. So, I don't know. I feel like it's a fair enough trade. It's a good enough trade that I have no issues with. Okay, I've lit up pretty much everything else and still have not found more of this. Oh, hey, diamonds. Glad we came back here. So what I was gonna do is just dig around or in a hole, swim around and see if there's. I knew it. I knew these had to be connected, man. Okay. Well, we found another dead end one. Maybe we can just dig. Okay. Yep. Okay. Well. It appears maybe we have actually found it now, so now we get to run through this and light it up with what we have left of torches, which is not very many, so we'll need to keep our eye out for maybe a little bit more coal to help us out. Luckily, there are at least some torches every now and then to help us light this whole place up. There's a spider spawner over there, we need to be careful. Okay, so as we're running through this and lighting it all up, hopefully, when all is said and done, oh, thank goodness for more torches. That's awesome. Hopefully, when all is said and done, we will be looking golden. Wow, there is a lot of good stuff here. What I was saying is, hopefully, once all of this is said and done, it's going to be really good for the mob farm. I don't know. If the thing is, the mob farm is about as basic of a mob farm as you can build. So I don't expect it, like I've said a few times over the last few hours, I don't expect it to be anything insane, but I at least want it to give us, you know, the things we're looking for, which is, ooh, a mob spawner. Hold on. Let's grab these diamonds and then let's go check out this mob spawner. I'm just gonna destroy it, but hop in here. Yes to that. Yes to that. There's so many mobs in here. Okay, let's oh my. Let's hold on. Eat something here and not perish at the hands of some stinky skeletons. Okay, you are handled. Thank you. Well, let's certainly light this up. I didn't realize so many skeletons were just gonna spawn right there on us. Okay, this all looks to be lit up down here. Oof, so now I think we should probably go back and try and find any of those places that we did not light up, including this section with the spider spawner. Because we do not want to deal with any of these spiders that are going to poison us. And destroyed. There we go. I know there's probably a few out and about, but better to have that taken care of than to have something sneak up on us and poison us. Ah, yes. There we go. Okay. The good thing is we've got so many diamonds, which is so great, but, you know, we do still need to make it back up with the diamonds in hand. Oh, another zombie spawner. Wow. I'm stuck in the cobweb. There we go. Yes, some more gunpowder, more bones. I'll take another bucket and some more bread. Why not? We already have 13, so I'm not going to worry about taking 13. Fun. I hear more mobs, though. So this obviously can't be done. Like, there's still more somewhere. The question is just where is somewhere? It appears right here is somewhere. Oh, I just saw a creeper over here. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, there appear to be more mobs this way that we missed. I didn't realize we missed a side. I mean, okay. Youch. I didn't realize we missed a whole area, but of course, I mean, that's where everything is gonna spawn since we're lighting up everything. Okay. Handled. Where is this spider? I still hear them very loud and clear. Did we already go down in here? Maybe not. Hold on. Let's check down here. It does not appear that we've been down here. Oh, yep. I found the spider sounds. Found the spider sounds. It's the poison spiders. Run. The ones that I said I wanted to not find. If they just keep to themselves, I can destroy their spawner. It will all be okay. Or not. They're not going to keep to themselves, are they? Oh gosh, not the spiders. Come on. Break it. There we go. Oof, okay. It looks like there's another one up there. Another spider, that is, not another spawner. So I do still hear a ton of spiders. Does this open up anymore? It doesn't look like it. We just cut through. Does it take us somewhere we've already been? I have absolutely no clue. But I think that's probably enough lighting up for this farm without us having even gone to go test and see how it's looking. So I'm gonna call it there now that we've spent 25 minutes going through and doing that. So I suppose the next thing we need to do is figure out how we got in here and figure out getting out again. Ah, right here. Okay. Well, let's eat something. Let's get ourselves back to the surface. Maybe sort away some of our other stuff. And finally give the mob farm the trial that it's been waiting for. Well, the sun is rising and we are finally back up to the top. So let's go ahead and hop into our free cam and see if things are spawning. We do have some skeletons that are spawned. Oh, there's some creepers. So we do have things that are spawning in. The issue is obviously we've got some dark spots still around where other mobs are going to be spawning, but it appears mobs are doing pretty all right at spawning here. We just need to figure out how to get them to actually come down. And I'm not sure the best way to do that. There's a part of me that's wondering if maybe we put like a snow golem in the middle that throws snowballs at them. And maybe that would anger them and get them all to walk toward the middle. But I don't know if they throw snow golems at just creepers or if they throw them at zombies as well. So we'll have to figure that one out. But technically, things are spawning here. And I guess technically a creeper has died here, which means that it does work. It just works rather slowly. But you know what? It working is all that matters to me, so I'm happy with it. Now that that is all done, we'll just stand around and hope it works kind of passively while we're here. But we can go ahead and get our inventory all sorted up. Maybe get some enchantments on some of our gear, and then consider the things that we might need to actually take on the Ender Dragon. All right, with some lapis in hand and a grindstone now placed, let's see if we can't enchant our leggings and maybe also get a new helmet. And honestly, I'm just gonna waste this one because I don't want fire protection. I'm going to waste this one, and then we are going to disenchant and try and get a better enchantment now. Protection 3 on breaking 3, I will take. It's not protection 4, but it is better than nothing. Now, this diamond helmet is about to break, so I think I'm just going to opt to enchant something else. And we'll take unbreaking 3 and blast protection 4. That is fine by me. We'll wear the other one until it breaks, but I think its time is rather short. Can I actually merge these? Hold on. Yeah, you can't merge, can you? I could put fire protection on it, but I think I'd rather have the blast protection. But oh, there was a mob falling. Well, I mean, it appears this is working. It's just oh so slow. I just need them all to just have free will and go walk off the edges, and it'll all be okay. It does appear that a lot of mobs are spawning here, though, which makes me think we did a really good job of lighting up what we could down here. I mean, just looking, I don't see any other mobs spawning. So I think we did a good job of lighting it up as much as we absolutely could. I think now we just have to wait and watch and hope that we see this all work for us. But the fact that at least some has fallen in proves that it does work. So that I can be happy with. Now, aside from a good bow and good armor, we're definitely going to need a lot of good food when it comes to the Ender fight. And the best food that we could probably get is golden carrots. So what I want to do is change up the farm that these folks are running here and make it exclusively carrots to see if we can't maximize the amount of carrots that we are getting day in and day out. It appears that something broke there, so we're gonna go and grab our hoe to fix that as well while we're over there. But if we can have an absolute ton of carrots coming in, and I can, you know, get a good amount of gold, we're gonna be, I think, in a really good place to go and take on the end. The question is just how much gold do we already have? We actually already have quite a bit of gold too. So we might be able to make quite a bit of this to get started with, which is just great. So let's change all of this. And actually, I think I need to be down here to pick up the extras so that we don't have any issues with this, because I don't want them to have all the seeds. Gotta pick up all this, plant all of the carrot down that we can, and hopefully this guy will now take all of these carrots as they grow and trade them over here, and maybe we'll have less and less wheat over here in time. But one thing I am forgetting about is all of our bones and bone meal. We can make an absolute ton of bone meal and use this to grow some of these carrots and help out these farmers. So I'm going to pop back in there and just bombard a lot of this with bone meal so that we can have a really great set of carrots growing over here. And hopefully he'll see that these carrots are all ready to go, and we'll come and pick them up, harvest them, and plant in some new carrots. That would be the ideal, because otherwise we're gonna have to start this on the other side if this guy's not gonna go and work the carrots. All right, so now this entire field is carrots in here, which means this guy is just gonna be cranking out the production of carrots, hopefully. But we need to make sure that he has enough carrots to actually work with. So let's just grab up this stuff. And then I'll drop that for you to pick up, my friend. And now hopefully you will plant some more carrots as they get big enough. And with that, this carrot farm is completely grown up. So I'm going to go ahead and just mine up a couple rows of this, maybe get ourselves a stack of carrots, and then we'll go turn these into golden carrots of our own. And then I think once we've got that done, we can grab up the building blocks that we have. But if we've got enough, which we just might have enough of kind of various building blocks, we could maybe head into the end, which is absolutely terrifying, but a lot of fun. So, yeah, let's go ahead and grab the gold that we've got. Let's see how many of these golden carrots we can make. And then I suppose it's time to figure out how far we want to take this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We've got a stack of golden carrots. That is awesome. I'm not going to use them unless we are in combat. We'll use bread otherwise. And then I think the other thing we should take with us, and let me turn these back into gold ingots. I think the other thing we should take with us is the few golden apples that we have. I think those are going to be crucial in the event that there should be any scary moments. Yeah, and we've got 4 of them, which is more than enough. And then I think finally we'll go ahead and cook up the rest of this mutton just to make sure we've got enough food. But I honestly think that's likely going to be way more than enough food, but better to be safe than sorry, I would say. Oh, and you know what? Just in case we find ourselves with any elytra, I think we are likely going to want, yep, there it is, all of this gunpowder that we've been saving up. And then as much paper as we can find. Oh, and of course we've got all of this sugarcane that we can turn into paper. So let's get all of this turned to paper. Well, maybe not all of it. We're going to need some of it here and there. Beautiful. But with that, now we've got ourselves 3 full stacks of rockets for when we find elytra, which is wild. That's exciting. So I suppose the last thing we really need before we get going is a ton of building blocks, because if you know me, you know that we are not fighting the Ender Dragon first. No, we are going to go to the end cities and get elytra before we fight the dragon. So we've got quite the adventure ahead of us, but we're going to need a ton of blocks to do it. So that's why we grabbed all of this. But with that in hand, the last thing that we need to get is a bucket of water. And then I think we are good to go. Now you might be thinking to yourself, wait, Sam, wasn't the whole purpose of building this mob farm that you were going to save it and get arrows and things to help you fight in the end? Yes, you are absolutely correct. That is the purpose of this mob farm. However, considering I made it how I did, and I didn't make it automatic like ones that I've made in the past, doesn't seem like that's maybe the most feasible option. So we're going to cruise with the 17 arrows that we have. And it's going to be just fine. It's going to be just fine. Unless this Fletcher guy, ooh, he will trade us arrows for emeralds. Hold on, let's go get some of our emeralds. There we go. 264 stacks of arrows. That's more like it. And also, it appears that was maybe our first trade that we've done. So I'll go ahead, drop those back in. And then I think it's time to head back to the stronghold. We've got all sorts of building blocks. We've got all sorts of food. We've got all sorts of gear. We are ready to do this.